Extra, extra, we're back with another entry. Today's entry pertains to two relatives that are usually seen in a positive light. This time, they've had a falling out, and it takes place on public platforms. Let's get into it. Romeo Miller claims he's broke and all his money was used to pay Master P's taxes. P responds. Romeo Miller is claiming he is currently broke and that all his money from his music career was used to pay his father, Master P's taxes. The No Limit Records founder has now responded. On Sunday, December 18th, Romeo, who now goes by his government name, Romeo Miller, hit up Instagram with a post regarding his mental health. In it, he called out his father, Master P, for a myriad of things, sparking up a lengthy public back and forth between the two on social media. Romeo revealed many personal feelings he holds towards Master P as it pertains to their behind-the-scenes family life as well as his current financial situation. In the form of a poem titled The Tree of Trauma, Romeo aired out his grievances towards the media, claimed that his mother and siblings have suffered as a result of the limelight, and placed a primary blame on his father, Master P. Quote, "How, if I really speak my truth, my family will crumble," end quote, wrote the record exec's son. Quote, "That's like telling the boxer he has no right to rumble. Imagine telling the butterfly she has no right to fly. Then that butterfly has died before she has even started." End quote. Quote, "Why is being right to strangers so much more important than being vulnerable at home?" End quote. He continued, seemingly referring to Master P's implied obsession with his own public image. Quote, "Why is it that I'm soaring and my siblings are not? Probably because our father didn't give them the same time on the clock. Chase the money or chase the family. You can't do both now because now you're gambling." End quote. From there, Romeo directed his poem towards his mother, whom he claims is the victim of much scrutiny and has taken on the brunt of the Miller's family issues through the years. He continued, quote, "My mother was broken for years publicly and still from the concrete she rose. If people really knew your truth, you'd be strong like mama too. Regardless of the damage, just look deep. Because behind every great king, there was a queen that carried on his curses that was never seen. I've tried and tried behind the walls that hide, but maybe social media is the only way to open this giant's eyes." End quote. Once Master P caught wind of his son's emotional poem on Sunday, he too went to Instagram to not only defend himself against his son's accusations, but also to counter Romeo's claims by explaining that social media is not the proper outlet to address matters on mental health and family issues. Quote, "This new generation of kids need to stop blaming their parents for everything," end quote, wrote Master P. Quote, "Social media is not the place for healing. Son, I love you. Stop trying to get people to feel sorry for you, and let's come up with a solution. You can come talk to your father and your family like a man. You have kids too." End quote. In a follow-up comment, the No Limit Record execs explained that he, quote, "wouldn't wish this on no parent," end quote. Romeo then further called out his rapper exec father figure by explaining that in his point of view, social media is perhaps the only way to effectively get Master P to interact with him. Romeo claimed that despite P's previous comments, he has attempted to contact his father many times outside of the social media space. Quote, "Dad, please stop reading the comments and editing your caption," end quote, replied Romeo. Quote, "I pulled up to the crib time and time after that, and you deflect. I've texted you countless times and you reply and deflect. Social media is the only way to communicate. Now you want to talk. Anything to protect that image," end quote. Master P clapped back at Romeo once again by accusing his son of using the recent deaths of both DJ Twitch and his sister Tatiana Miller to complain about money, implying that Romeo is greedy. Quote, "I thought this was about DJ Twitch and about my daughter's death," end quote, explained Master P. Quote, "This is heartbreaking. You just exposed that this is really about money. You started this social media rant. I get it. I'm just an ATM for this family. I don't care about an image," end quote. He continued, quote, "I'm going to keep working, keep praying, and let God guide me. Mental illness is real," end quote. In response, Romeo went on to explain in the comment section of Master P's post that he and all of his, quote, "siblings are broke," end quote. They've been, quote, "living month to month," end quote, and that the money made from Romeo's music career was used to pay off his father's tax debts. Quote, All my siblings are broke, bro, end quote, replied Romeo to one Instagram user who posted in favor of Master P. Quote, never even had money to afford college, and nothing is wrong with it. He just shouldn't paint a certain life that isn't real, end quote. Quote, man, we been living month to month since I was 18. Shit's a mirage, end quote, he replied to another user. Quote, I've been taking care of my pops, bro, end quote, Romeo explained to a third commenter. Quote, never touched no little Romeo money. It all went to pay off his IRS taxes. I've been more than loyal. The truth will set us all free, end quote. Following the fallout between he and his son, Master P hit up IG once again on Sunday, but this time he appeared to publicly extend an olive branch to his seemingly estranged son. Quote, I love my family. My door is always open for my son, end quote, said Master P in the new video clip below. Quote, and if I'm wrong, forgive me. I'm apologizing to you if I'm wrong. I'm still a work in progress. I come from nothing. Everybody go through trauma. I'm dealing with this right now, end quote. He added, quote, but I love going out into the community and helping people. That's the way I heal. Allow me to heal. I don't have to be sitting around moaning and crying. I can't get my daughter back, but I can go out there and keep her legacy going, end quote. Quote, so let's do this in love. Let's do this in peace, end quote. Master P continued, quote, think about it. We stronger together, but you older now, so you got to lead by example for the rest of the kids, and we'll get through this. I'm just telling y'all, keep y'all prayers. We need it, and God gonna do what he gotta do, end quote. For the past several months, both Master P and Romeo have been dealing with the loss of their 29-year-old daughter and sister, Tatiana Miller, who passed away back in May from an accidental fentanyl overdose. At the height of his powers, Master P's No Limit Records served as the catalyst for launching Southern hip-hop into the mainstream. Romeo contributed to the success of his father's iconic label from a very young age with songs like 2001's songs called My Baby. Time to keep it funky like the trunk of a mob boss's car. I want to say this first and foremost. Romeo Miller, I appreciate you for sharing your dad with me and the rest of the South. We looked up to him. Now we know how to hustle and maneuver because of Master P, your dad. I know that couldn't be an easy thing to be a child star and feeling like you got the short end of the stick by paying your father's taxes. But one thing you have to understand is to build an empire such as No Limit Records, sacrifices have to be made, including your sacrifices. No Limit Records might be still going on in the future, 2023 and beyond because of your sacrifices, Lil Romeo. Sacrifices have to be made. Master P, we not perfect. We got to keep things going by whatever means necessary. Sometimes that's at the expense of our own children. But on the other hand, I wonder, is this an attempt by the media to keep the Millers relevant? Whatever the case, we must always be mindful that North America and its media, its sports, its movies, its music, everything is conducted like a huge plantation. White people are always on top. Images are always at the chopping block, such as Master P, such as 50 Cent. It's all wrestling. They want to always crucify the black male to the rest of the world. You're going to glorify your mother, Romeo, when she didn't create No Limit Records. She didn't put her brother on. She didn't put her children on as far as fame and fortune is concerned, because I don't even know your mother. Now, you said social media may be a place to open a giant's eyes. You were referring to your father, Master P. That put me in the mind of buck breaking. You want every other grown man who thinks like a child that's entitled to try to bring down the successful black man who's trying to keep on fighting for his people and their image. By feeling entitled, Lil Romeo Miller, you are playing right into the sentiments and the script of our oppressor. Let's read an excerpt if you don't believe me. Don't forget, you pitched the old black male versus the young black male and the young black male against the old black male. You see that? These people have wrote this down to keep us oppressed mentally, spiritually, and economically. Let's jump down a few more lines. You must also have a white overseer who distrusts all blacks, but it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. You see that, man? They don't want you to trust your father to bring up an empire. They don't want you to do that. They want you bickering over crumbs and overlook the bigger picture, little Romeo. Master P, you keep on ahead and be positive like you do. Well, hell, this is the part of the entry where we part ways. But you know what to do. Leave me a comment in the comment section because you know I value you guys' opinion. What do you think about Lil Romeo starting and initiating a public internet rant against his father, Master P? Okay, on the flip side, do you think Master P owes Lil Romeo money and was wrong for using Lil Romeo's work money to pay his taxes? Talk to me. I still talk back, baby. Hit that notification bell to be notified every time John This Journal makes an entry over here on YouTube. Hit the dislike button if you're in favor of the media in North America being ran and conducted as a plantation. Hit the like button if you learned something and you like today's commentary and content. Put some of this ism in the algorithm. Hit the share button if you want others to see this father and son duo go at each other. I don't like it because I think it's scripted, but I also don't mind. As always, it's a call to action. Subscribe. Until next time, peace. Support the channel, support black-owned businesses. Go purchase your copy of Liberation today from No Power to You, my brand. No power to ignorance, no power to being a menial, no power to being a slave, miseducated, unguided any longer. It's 2022, that other stuff is out. One link, 4 ebooks, each an hour-long read. No Power to You presents The Book of Lives. It was written. Learn about race relations in North America as well as abroad. It's been dropped in your lap. It's time to leave the plantation. Come on, let's go.